You wake up on a quiet morning, the house still sleeping, and for a moment you realize you're completely alone. And for some people, that's peace. For others, it's a reminder of something missing. There are those who choose to be alone because it restores them. And there are those who are alone because the world never gave them a choice. Maybe you've noticed them. The ones who sit quietly at a party. The ones who always decline an invitation with a polite smile. The ones who say they're fine while secretly craving someone who notices they're not. For those who love being alone, solitude isn't emptiness. It's breathing room. It's when their thoughts are loud enough to be heard. When reflection becomes clarity, they recharge here and they thrive here. But it's not always simple. Some people are alone because past experiences taught them to guard their hearts. Maybe friends betrayed them. Maybe people let them down. Maybe they learned early on that showing need feels dangerous. And so the mask goes on, smiling, nodding, pretending that everything is fine, even when inside there's a quiet ache. Being alone allows these people to understand themselves like few ever will. They notice patterns in their thoughts, emotions, and reactions. They can read a room, anticipate conflicts, and regulate their own feelings before anyone else even speaks. Psychologists would call this high emotional intelligence developed not from guidance, but from necessity. It's independence born out of both choice and survival. Some thrive on it. They find joy in quiet moments, energy in reflection, creativity, and uninterrupted thought. Artists, writers, thinkers, many of them have been alone by choice, letting solitude feed innovation. They value deep conversations over small talk and meaningful connection over quantity. But there are others, those who are alone, not because they chose it, but because life made it so. They may have few friends or relationships that feel shallow or family that misunderstands them. They put on a confident face, hide their vulnerability, and keep their distance from the crowd. This is protective solitude, a survival strategy. They've learned that relying on others can hurt, so they rely on themselves. And yet sometimes, deep down, there's a longing for someone to simply ask, "Are you okay?" Solitude shapes them in ways outsiders might not see. It gives them independence, resilience, and self-awareness. But it can also leave scars, difficulty trusting, fear of emotional closeness, over-functioning in relationships, or masking pain behind competence and humor. Psychologists call some of these patterns avoidant behavior, or hypervigilance responses developed to navigate a world that felt unsafe or overstimulating. Being alone can also teach profound self-love. It can create a mind that thinks deeply, a heart that feels fully, a soul that notices the subtleties others miss. Yet, it is not always bliss. Some days, solitude feels like isolation, and creativity feels like loneliness. Some days they long for the simple presence of another human, a friend, a voice, a hand to hold, a question of care. And that tension between the freedom of being alone and the ache of being unseen is what defines them. So to love solitude is to live in a paradox. It's independence and vulnerability. It's creativity and caution. It's a place of safety and sometimes of longing. These people are not broken. They are survivors, thinkers, feelers, and quiet warriors navigating a world that often misunderstands them. They show us that happiness doesn't always come from being surrounded by others. That strength is not only in endurance, but in self-standing. And that connection is not just external, but deeply internal as well. And maybe this speaks to you. Maybe you've chosen solitude. Or maybe life put you here. Either way, being alone doesn't define your value. Understanding why you need it when it's healing, when it's protective, can help you live more fully, love more freely, and finally be at peace with yourself. And sometimes, just sometimes, it allows you to notice that the world is still waiting for the real you, the one who is always there, quietly growing, quietly surviving, quietly learning to thrive alone. So tell me, do you truly enjoy your own company, or do you sometimes long for connection even when you say you don't? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below. If this video resonated with you, please consider subscribing. It really supports the channel and allows us to continue creating content like this. Also, I want to invite you to join our Discord community. This isn't for marketing or making money. It's a space I created to bring together people from all walks of life with different thoughts, ideas, and experiences. A place where you can talk, heal, and see the world from new perspectives. I'm part of that community too, and I share my story there. So feel free to join us, listen, share, and even see my journey firsthand. Because at the end of the day, none of us are truly alone when we connect, understand, and support each other.